right, g'day. Um, let's jump straight into it. I'm just waiting for the Oaks to start. Should start in about 5-6 minutes. So let me get through this. And hockey, just a one game tonight. Blues Jets. 55% of the money on the Blues, on the charts, and 68% of the master money is on the Winnipeg Jets. Total well balanced, puck line well balanced. Nice and easy one, of course. Dallas can't do nothing easy, and Colorado and them going to a game 7. So now I'm going to have to sweat at probably market price. NBA, just the one game here too. Houston Rockets, Warriors, well balanced. 75% of the master money is on the Rockets. Will they bounce back again? Most of that is at the 5.5. Let's just see who. There's some good money on that one. All right, baseball. Full card. Don't believe any have started today. Woohoo! So in this Oaks about to run, number 2, Simply Joking, was actually up some shares that could have been bought, but you had to be a US resident, unfortunately. Otherwise, I'd have a runner in the Oaks today. I would have bought like a hair on his nose or something like that, just out of interest. But all right, fire away. Nationals, Reds, well balanced. 90% of the master money is on the Nationals. 75% of the over on the Nationals. 100% of the master money is on the Nationals over. 56% on the Padres over the Pirates. At 94% of the master money. Based on the Dean, a dog. Yeah, it's not a play there. But they're all over the Masters, are all over the Pirates there. 67% of the of the overall money is on the over. 96% of the master money is on the over. Seems like they've started with overs. Overs and underdogs on the first 2 games. 68% of the money on the Phillies over the D-backs, nothing on the master. 64% of the money's on the over. 62% of the master money is on the over. Always just checking to make sure I got my Bluetooth off here. Usually someone sends a message, but just double checking. Dodgers, Braves, 56% of the money on the Dodgers, 100% of the master money on the Braves. Just dogs. It's going to be a dog day. Let's see who the proper player. Getting on it to bid over plus 160. 92% of the money is on the over. 80% of the master money, but it's not a lot. We got 62% of the money on the Cubs. 87% of the master money is on the Cubs. So let me just see where that's at. Minus 115. So I'm guessing that doesn't exist anymore. It's an early play from a shrewd player. Well balanced on the total, master total. Cardinals, Mets, well balanced. 68% of the master money is on the Cardinals. Nothing on the total or run line. Here we go. We got 86% of the money is on the Giants. 100% of the master money is on the Rockies. A real master money too at the number that's still available, around 260s. So I'd be having a good whack at the Rockies. And the run line's the same. So again, we're looking at 80% of the money is on the minus 1.5, and 99% of the master money is on the Rockies with the plus 1.5, which Get killed for a sec. Ooh, and the Rockies won yesterday, which I believe was a game that was played, right? That's why I just wanted to check that. All right. 2 minutes here. So it just looks like a load up again going on the Rockies. 71% of the money on the Yankees, nothing on the master chart. Total well balanced, nothing worth noting. Although we do have 65% of the money on the Yankees, -1.5. And all the master money is on on the Tampa Bay. So see here. Yep. So I would say the +1.5 there, not so much the money line, but the +1.5 is definitely a play. So back in the days, these are the things that +1.5 plus money. I'm talking Jesus, 2002, 2003. I used to get these. Used to be big favorites back then. Wrap them all up into parlays with local books in Curacao. Yeah, that got awkward after a pretty quick time, out drinking and whatnot after taking them to the cleaners. But that's one of my fun things. +1.5 runs plus money. I don't know how it is these days if it's as strong, but back then, yep. I got another one here. So we got 68% of the money on the Orioles, 94% of the master money is on the Royals. That is at +125, 124. Seems like there's possibly still around. 74% of the money is on the under, nothing on the master chart. Then we go Blue Jays. 84% of the money on the Blue Jays, 86% of the master money, 72% on the under, nothing on the master. We got 66% on the Twins and 65% on the Red Sox. So looking at those odds, that's a play there. It's enough. It's close, but it's definitely enough. All right, they're just loading up here. Give me a second. Stop. All right, they're off. They're probably on latency here, delay. Someone might already know the result. Oh, simply joking, just trying to run and the jockey holding him up hard. Oh, look at those crowds. Oh, they're going quick. All right, I'll be back shortly with the last few games. Last one we just did was Red Sox Twins with Red Sox a play. And to the outside, Tenma is pressing that issue in second to a 46.78 half mile. And behind them, the quiet side fourth on the far outside. Whiteside had some information for there's people like that, but I mean this is a strong favorite. Sitting out like 4 wide. No trouble in front of her, 5 wide. Just easing up around the 14. As long as it's not like a slog in the middle of the track, she looks like she's just going to get moved. 5 wide across. Yeah. Yeah. Favorite's going to win this. Win it by a mile. Yeah. Oh, good thing I didn't get too involved because favourites aren't my cup of tea. All right, back to the late games. We've got Astros, White Sox, well balanced. 100% of the master money's on the White Sox. Another big dog. And I'm guessing I know exactly who bet this. Yep. Seeing a consistent realm with these dogs and super smart player betting it. 60% of the money on the under and a bunch of money on the over on the master chart. Let's see what the price is here. I got over 8. Pops up again. And there's still money. This price is still there, plus 106, 107. So we're looking at 75% of the money on the Mariners, 90% of the master money is on the Mariners. Rangers they're at home, so they couldn't have missed their plane or bus, but all the money for the Mariners there, both sides of the chart. Over looking at 72% of the money, nothing worth noting on the master. We got 68% of the money on the Tigers, which is fair enough with its price. And then we got 95% of the money on the Angels. Look at this. Guessing I know the player. Nope, different players. So strong money there at like plus 70s and higher. So while there's 60, that amount of money on the Tigers over the Angels, I mean, it matches kind of the prices a little bit over. So I wouldn't get too involved there. It's not like it's pick 'em and there's that much money separated. Hardly anything on the total. Nothing of note on the run line. And then the last game, Jesus, Athletics Marlins. Nobody's wanting to bet that game. That is the lowest bet game of the evening so far. 92% of the money's on the over. Nothing worth noted. Master stuff. 70% of the money minus 1.5. Significant volume. Let me just check on this. Oh, shit. Ooh. Ooh. That's some strong results this week. All right. Well, whoops. That's it for now. All the best to those having some action. And I'll likely pop up tomorrow morning with some Kentucky Derby reviews, whatnot. Right now, for those that are on Burnham Square, I think we're in a good spot. Or should be on at 30s, 25s or better. It's going to be 10s to 12s, maybe 14s. I wouldn't bother backing the no. But if you can get no at like minus 1400 or something and have something for nothing, it's not a bad thing to do. It'll keep the gambling gods appeased as well. The other thing I backed or I'm looking at is Publisher, but now with this wet track, and it looks like it's going to be more rain tomorrow. What the hell knows? So we'll take a look and see how the weather is tomorrow, how the track's holding up. I mean, Good Cheer here sort of come off the pace a bit. It's not like it's running, sort of front running, but it was the best horse. So anyway, I'll check back in. All the best for your punting tonight. Cheers.